Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're diving into a story that really highlights the delicate balance of trust within a community. It's called the Hairdresser's Trust, a community investment scam unraveled. We're looking at how a hairdresser, Nadia, and her community got tangled up with an investor named Ghazala Din.
Yeah, it's a fascinating case. It shows how trust built over years can be shattered almost overnight. We'll look at, what actually happened, but also the psychology behind it, how these schemes even start.
Absolutely. So it all begins with Nadia's hair salon. It had been there for over 5 years, right?
Yeah.
More than just a salon.
Exactly. It was a community hub. People trusted Nadia, not just for hair advice, but life advice, even money talk sometimes.
The pre-existing trust is key here. And then Ghazala Din comes onto the scene, a client.
Right. And she presents herself as this experienced property investor, claims she'd worked with council housing schemes for 5 years.
Which sounds pretty solid, pretty stable, government-backed maybe, gives that impression.
It does lend that air of credibility. And her pitch was slick. Help people double their money.
Through carefully managed property investments. That was the line.
Mm-hmm. Promising a safe investment, attractive monthly returns, and then this big payout after just 1 year.
Sounds amazing. Almost too amazing.
Well, yeah. And Nadia was impressed. She trusted the pitch, trusted Ghazala, and invested 5,000 pounds of her own savings.
A big step. But here's the really crucial part, isn't it? Ghazala actually paid her some small returns early on.
Exactly. That's the hook. It wasn't just promises anymore. Nadia saw some money. It sort of confirms everything in your head, pushes doubts away.
Gives that false sense of security, and because it seemed to be working for her.
She started telling others, clients, friends, family. That social proof is incredibly powerful.
You trust Nadia. Nadia trusts this investment, so maybe you should too.
Precisely. And people handed over their savings. Sometimes their life savings, money set aside for important things. Everyone hoping to see it grow.
Just devastating potential right there. And then, predictably, perhaps, the payments stopped.
Textbook pattern. The money dries up. And when people asked Ghazala, the excuses started piling up.
What kind of things?
Oh, the usual runaround. Delays because of legal paperwork, unexpected market conditions, bank processing issues. Always promising the money was safe, just delayed.
Always just around the corner. But it never arrived.
Nope. The excuses got weaker, and eventually Ghazala just vanished.
Gone, like completely.
Completely. Phone calls unanswered, message ignored, just gone.
Oh.
Leaving behind, broken promises and empty bank accounts. Thousands of pounds just evaporated from that community.
Oh, the betrayal must have been immense, especially for Nadia.
You can only imagine that feeling of responsibility. She brought these people in. The community was reeling, demanding answers, demanding their money back.
It really shows how these things exploit trust networks. The red flags get hidden behind that community feeling, maybe some early wins.
Yeah, and that connection to the bigger picture is vital. It makes you ask, how do these red flags get missed so often, especially when wrapped in familiarity?
So for us listening, what's the takeaway here? When we're looking at financial advice, maybe from people we know and trust.
Well, this case, the hairdresser's trust, it's a stark reminder, isn't it? Always question things that sound too good to be true, even if a friend brings it to you.
What were the big red flags here, looking back?
The promise of unusually high returns, especially guaranteed ones, the vague explanations for delays were another, and maybe that pressure, even if subtle, to bring others in.
It really hammers home the need for due diligence,
Yeah.
doing your own homework, even when it feels awkward because, it's someone you trust.
Absolutely. So the question for you, listening, is this. How do you vet opportunities, especially the ones that come through people you already know and trust?
Something important to reflect on. That's our deep dive for today.